Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Family Sedan channel. It's been particularly enjoyable to be an XRP holder for roughly the last week or so. And you know what? I say well deserved, because most of the last 2+ years hasn't exactly been so fun. I'm looking at you, Kim Jong-Ginsler. But price has absolutely been blasting off lately, and a huge reason I think that most of us would agree would have to do with this idea that we're going to have clarity, legal clarity for XRP sooner than later, and that the legal clarity will be to the positive. That's why people are placing the bets that they're placing. That's been a major factor, I think, certainly, for seeing price move to the upside. And we're even seeing people who absolutely despise XRP, well-known individuals, sharing their honest opinions that, yeah, they think XRP is going to be moving to the upside. And here's one example on your screen right now. Look at this headline from the Crypto Basic. Peter Brandt spots rare bottom formation on XRP chart, sets $3 minimum target. Now, Peter Brandt, he's one of the most well-known analysts in all of crypto, period, and he hates XRP. He absolutely despises it. He can't stand it. He conflates Ripple and XRP as if they're the same thing when they're not. He's still doing that in 2023. So nothing against him on a personal level. I don't need people to agree with me that certain coins are awesome sauce for me to be interested in certain things that they're saying here. But I will say, if you're a true XRP hater, as this guy actually is, and then even you're saying, yeah, it's probably going to go up past $3 minimum. I mean, he's talking about basically all-time high territory for XRP in short order. That's what this XRP hater is calling for. Yeah, I'm going to listen to that. I'm absolutely going to listen to that. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say, all right? I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. As I record this, XRP is at 54 cents. Bitcoin is at $28,358. By the way, 24-hour high for XRP, a little over 58 cents. Tell you what, I know what I hate, and I don't hate that. You got the market cap for the asset class, 1.19 trillion, and Bitcoin dominance at 45.77%. Crypto Fear and Greed Index, 57 out of 100. And this is, I love checking this metric, in particular when there's lots of activity around the XRP ledger. Oh yeah, this is the chart in your middle screen. That's the number of new accounts activated on the XRP ledger going back to the beginning of March. And here you can see today, which is not over, by the way, there have been 3,057 new XRP accounts created. Yesterday, we were at 2,935. So if you're looking at your screen, you can see that's quite the trend upwards. And it shouldn't be that surprising given the tremendous activity, but there's all sorts of new people jumping into XRP. This is evidence of that. You'd love to see it. In fact, as indicated by this headline from Cointelegraph, XRP has actually just hit a 10-month high in price. Here you have another article from Cointelegraph. I was doing analysis for a number of coins, including XRP, and I don't want to regurgitate technical analysis because that's if you want specific TA stuff, there are all sorts of places to go for that. I like to share perspectives from analysts, but I don't want to regurgitate TA. But I will note that Rakesh Upadhyay, who wrote this article for Cointelegraph, believes that if the 56 cent level is to hold, and we're a little bit below it at this point anyway, but if that is to hold, he thinks that XRP may ultimately run up to about 80 cents. Wouldn't mind seeing that. So what about Peter Brandt, who, by the way, I think it's pretty fair to argue that his biggest claim to fame, which actually, I mean, credit where it's due, was calling the top of the 2017 Bitcoin bubble when it was close to $20,000. He's saying, nope, that's pretty much it. And a lot of people screaming at him, it's blasphemy, how dare you say Bitcoin not go higher? But he was right. And he also called the very bottom of the Bitcoin market December 2018. And the very low point was December 15th, 2018. He called both of those. So it's not that he doesn't have talent. When it comes to this stuff about XRP and hating XRP, some people just have weird bias against it. A lot of it's ideologically driven. I don't know for sure why he believes the things that he's saying. I just know that he's very clearly, undeniably wrong. And XRP is just going to continue to exist whether he likes it or not. But into this article where he, as an XRP hater, articulates that he believes XRP minimum is going to $3. Veteran trader Peter Brandt prides himself as a crypto skeptic, particularly critical of altcoins. Amongst these, XRP would easily make it on a list of Brandt's most hated projects, as the veteran trader implies in a recent weekly report to his chart wizards community obtained by the Crypto Basic. And here's a quote. I'll be the first to admit that when I hear someone mention Ripple, I discount whatever they're about to say next. End quote. Brent wrote to community members. And it's so funny because I kind of do the opposite a little bit. If somebody's saying a bunch of nonsense crap, and obviously especially if it's something that's allegedly a fact that I know isn't true, then I'm just like, oh God, do I trust anything else these people say? But but there are certain things, as long as you're not lying about XRP, if you just hate it, then we can just respectfully disagree. I only have a problem with the people that are actually outright lying. He just says, completely ridiculous things like, Ripple equals scam, crap like that. But no, I don't care if people have different opinions. It's just I just think it's silly and wrong. But it's so funny for him to say that if somebody mentions Ripple, oh, you one of those Ripple people, and he's conflating it with XRP, obviously, then he just thinks less of you immediately. I think the opposite would make more sense of anything, but it is what it is. Anyway, so here's another quote from him. He said, truly an OG crypto project. I'd have rather watched paint dry for 5 years than hold XRP, and it would have been equally as profitable. Ooh, sick burn there, Peter Brandt. Now, of course, the SEC is the reason, I believe anyway, that XRP didn't hit a new all-time high. It's the only top 10 crypto by market cap that didn't hit a new all-time high during the 2021 cycle. Is that just a coincidence? I do not think so. So yeah, you could call it what it is. None of us are really happy that happened, obviously, and we're not thrilled in a general sense with the price action. XRP only hitting $2 in April of 2021, which admittedly was fun because that's certainly better than nothing. But yeah, it's been pretty ridiculous. Now we're at half a decade through this, and if not for the SEC, it would have been much higher. Now, he didn't want to say it quite like that. He'd rather just rip on XRP. See, it doesn't even perform. It doesn't even perform. Okay. Piece continues. Consequently, there is no love lost between the XRP community and the veteran trader. The classical chartist recently stoked the flames of enmity by appearing to side with the SEC in the Ripple case in a tweet on Monday. He said, quote, "It was just a matter of time before this happened to Binance. Justice is justice. Is Ripple the next domino to topple?" End quote. Nonetheless, XRP's recent price action has been impossible to ignore. Consequently, the asset has made it to Brandt's watch list. XRP has reappeared on my watch list, the latest Chart Wizards community weekly report reads. And then he said, quote, up 20% in the last 7 days. Ripple fits the criteria for an asymmetrical trade. So again, that was obviously, not including the very most recent price action because it's up substantially higher than that. But, as far as, the fact that, he's conflating Ripple and XRP, and he absolutely despises it. Just to even see something like this, though, we got to take what we can get here. Piece continues. For context, an asymmetric trade offers a high reward potential with minimal risk. Interestingly, this is a view that pro-XRP attorney John Deaton recently shared. In addition, crypto analytics firm Sentiment Feed shared the same sentiment in a January report. Now, Brandt says, XRP, on its daily price chart, has formed a compound fulcrum bottom pattern, which he describes as a very organized accumulation in a published TradingView idea. The analyst explains that the chart pattern occurs when a market forms a complex head and shoulders chart pattern after a prolonged decline. According to the classical chartist, if the price fulfills this pattern, the minimum target would be above the $3 price point near highs formed in 2018. Now, folks, I don't know about you, but I certainly wouldn't mind that because you're talking about getting very close to all-time high territory. And if he's saying that on the minimum side, well, what would the high side be? Presumably price discovery. And it would be interesting to see, especially, like should this happen, which of course is by no means a guarantee, what might that mean for the crypto space in general? Because I think there is something to the idea. We'll see how markets behave. I don't know, but I think there's something to the idea of if you get a win for XRP here, even if Ripple loses and you get that technical win for XRP, hey, secondary market sales, Judge Torres says, that's not part of her negative ruling. Should there even be a negative ruling? I think that would cause a lot of confidence for holders of altcoins on a global scale. Because if XRP just got the green light, what happens for the next coin that gets sued? And of course, the specifics can be different for each individual coin, but you understand in a general sense, that would bode well and make people excited. And you could have the whole market rise. Now, even if that's true, I still think when you're talking about the large cap coins, yeah, XRP would probably get the lion's share of that. That's where the spotlight is. But it would be interesting to see if such positive news resulted in a run just in a general sense in crypto. So I don't know if it's going to happen, but it's an interesting idea and it's plausible at least. And so anyway, here is the actual quote from Peter Brent. He said, if the fulcrum bottom is legitimate, then maybe the massive consolidation below the 2018 high resolves to the upside, and maybe the minimum price target is above $3, making this a 10-to-1 minimum trade setup. Whew. From an XRP hater, no less. I'm just saying, I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention. When he's saying positive stuff about XRP, which you know must be physically painful for. It must be physically painful for him to say such a thing. But when he does, yes, I'm here for it, man. I'm absolutely here for it. And it was interesting too, seeing what the blockchain backer had to say. You check out his most recent video from this morning if you haven't checked it out. But he did kind of warn that, not to be a Debbie Downer, but you could see, in the immediate, like immediate short term, like we're talking maybe in the next day or two, probably, I think is what he's getting at. You could see a move to the downside, just like when XRP a few days ago got up to whatever the level was, approaching 50 cents. It kind of stalled there. And then again, it went back down to 41 cents, something like that. But then it blasted off from 41 cents to 58 cents. He's just warning that there could be something like that through the downside. But structurally, you should just check out his video. It was like 13 minutes longer. So it was just interesting to see his perspective and thinking, yeah, in terms of what led to XRP's biggest blast off in history in, when it hit its all-time high January 4th, 2018, part of what he was getting at in the video was, it looks strikingly similar to that, what we're leading. So this is a really cool time to be an XRP holder. And obviously, the face melting that we all want hasn't occurred over the past week, but we should take what we can get here. This is positive. It's fine to celebrate and be happy about this. And I think we know that bigger and better things are most probable to occur in the future. And we really are at that inflection point where we know the ruling's coming. Even if we don't get it by the end of March, from Judge Torres, it's coming in the not too distant future. And I'm very optimistic that it's going to be positive. You can only imagine what that's going to mean for price action. So would this actually be the moment that would finally push XRP to a new all-time high? I don't know, but it's not a crazy idea. And that's kind of neat to think. After all this time, and I've been holding XRP over half a decade, I didn't think I was going to have to hold it this long. And that's not even, honestly, when it comes to investing, that's not that bad. But just for crypto and knowing that we just went through a cycle, that's the part that kind of peeves me about it. Because I do think that I would have been able to sell most or all of it by now, but not for the SEC. But it is what it is, and I just, I'm thankful to be living in this time, thankful to have been able to invest in crypto. I'm way better off in life for it. My crypto's worth way more, now than it was when I purchased it. Just in a general sense, I probably have some coins that are down to this point, but you get what I'm saying, right? Given enough time, we're going to all be in a better position as a result of this. Just a shame that we had to wait this much longer than I think we otherwise would have, but it's coming, folks. You let me know what you think. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Family Sedan.